Hello, everybody. It's April 22nd, 2019, and I just sent the password to the 71st individual that has asked for it. So that means that 71 people are using my expert advisor, or they have tested it, or both. And so 71 people in the last week since launching my expert advisor to the public. I find that to be pretty awesome, and hopefully a good portion of you are profiting. Those that started with me on Monday, so Monday last week, were able to make a 1 to 1.5% profit in the first week, which is pretty freaking awesome. Thank you for those that have donated already. I've had 4 donations, not a lot, but thank you so much. Shout out to you. And I understand why I haven't had more donations, and I hope that more come down the road. A lot of us traders and, well, even non-traders are skeptical when it comes to buying products when revolving around the Forex trading market because over the last 13 years, for me personally, I have never had a good Forex product. They've always been garbage or scams. So 100% of them have been a complete waste of money. And that's why I understand why a lot of you are skeptical with the strategy. Is you want to see if it works, and your expectations for it are probably pretty low. But I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be releasing this to you and making a website if I didn't have confidence in my expert advisor that it would bring you profit. And that's why I've brought out a donation page on my website is because if I can bring you profit, maybe you'll feel inclined to give me a donation at some point down the road or even multiple. It's not an obligation. Yeah, I'm not obligated to give you this expert advisor for free, and you're not obligated to give me a donation. But hopefully there's enough mutual respect there that we can help each other. All right. So thank you for those that have already sent donations, and I hope that you'll receive profit down the road. And well, my uh, my feeling is that you definitely will receive profit if you use my settings on my website. I want to make sure that everybody is set up correctly. Some of you I've seen are not set up correctly. Make sure to watch this video at the top. This video really shows everything. Some of you have had trouble with it. Watch it a few times, and I want you to make sure I want to make sure that you're setting up things correctly, and that you're not missing steps because this is your money, and you want to make sure that you're taking the right steps to protect it. All right. So watch that video and to make sure that you have set things up correctly. All right, so there's also going to be a new replacement expert advisor. So the main one that we use on our charts, so the RMI EA Inside Candle version 3, license 320P1U. I know that freaking name is so stinking long. It's just because it's like the 30th version of this. I know it says version 3, but if I have had like 30 versions of this expert advisor. So the file that's going to be replacing this one is called the RMI EA Inside Candle V3 license 320. So there will be no P1U at the end of that file. And so that's how you'll be able to see the difference of the two. And that the replacement file, it's the same strategy. Everything in it is pretty much the same. But the previous version, the one that's on my website right now, or has known to have a few errors when it comes to entering trades. And the errors are fine in the version that you have. Even if you don't replace it, will still work fine. But the new version that I'm replacing it with will take better trades and will likely have a little less drawdown as well. So it's not necessary for you to replace it, but uh, if you want to, you're free to do so. All right, so everything's going to be the same. The set files will load fine. All the other files are the same. You can leave them on chart, but you will be replacing, or you can replace the RMI EA inside candle. The one that ends with the P1U is the incorrect file. You'll be wanting to replace it with the one that is the right one, which I actually don't even have in here yet, but that will be on my website at some point today, and I will notify people that this is new the new file for you to download. So hopefully that's not confusing. If you have any, it's probably confusing. If it is, let me know. I can try to work it out through email. All right, so let's talk about the trades that we're in right now. Uh, the actually last week's trades. So we were able to profit 100 pips last week. We had trade one on New Zealand Canadian dollar. Trade two, they were both closed out right here. And another later on in the week, trade one, trade two, also closed out for profit. We had one trade also on the pound Canadian dollar, and that one closed out for a decent amount of profit as well. And you'll see that the strategy looks for closing out 50 pips of profit. And you can see that this one was only 25. So this is 25 pips on the pound Canadian dollar. So what's up with that? I thought it was supposed to close at 50 pips. Well, it's because we had two trades in on the New Zealand Canadian dollar at the same time. And these ones hit a total of, the first one was 35 pips and then 16 pips. So we actually profited a little bit more than 50 pips overall from this basket of trades. So roughly about 120 pips total profit for last week's trades. And sometimes that can happen. We can take a few less pips per basket and a few more, and they'll eventually even out, and we'll come out with a good overall profit. Okay, so no pound Aussie CAD trades yet. We're still waiting for some trades to come in on that. But overall, the New Zealand Canadian dollar and the Aussie CAD will take less trades than the pound Canadian dollar, and the reason for that is because the pound Canadian dollar is trading on the 30-minute time frame compared to the 1 hour. That means that we will receive already uh, more trades on that pair because of the time frame difference. All right, so guys. Let's make some profit together. We did 1.5% last week. Let's do some more profit this week. And the idea is if you give me a donation, it goes towards me in my tuition costs for becoming a software engineer. And what that entails is I will be able to create better websites from the ground up, from scratch, and also create better expert advisors. I'll be able to program them myself instead of hiring a third party to do so. I'll have a lot more control over what I can do. And I think that overall I'll be able to become a better trader because I'll be able to make the tools from scratch and from the ground up. And so whatever you see here will continue to evolve to it will get better. I'll come up with new strategies and new techniques, and I'll be able to program that myself. So any donations will help me become a better trader and therefore help you become a better trader because I'll be giving you everything that I do for free. And I'm a little bit worried because this is a bit of a gamble. I'm releasing something to you for free. I'm giving you an expert advisor for free, a good expert advisor, something that actually trades and has been profitable for the last 20 years. And nobody's doing that. Nobody does that. And it's scary to me because I'm thinking, why am I doing this? And I'm spending time writing emails to people to send them a password and if they have questions, then trying to help them if they're having issues. And I'm hoping that I'll get enough donations out of respect out of helping you profit in the market and have a good investment uh, so I can become a better trader and continue to improve upon what is being introduced to you here. All right. I don't want to force you or make you feel somehow obligated to give me a donation, but I hope that this relationship will continue to grow where you'll put your trust in me to guide you through the market. And we can build a Forex empire together, right? And hopefully, gain some profits in the meantime. Before I go, I wanted to talk a little bit about drawdown. Drawdown is something that you're going to see uh, in the market when using my strategy. All right. And if you don't know what drawdown is, basically like floating loss, a equity, negative equity. Um, it's not a realized loss, but it's something that you will experience using my strategy. Losses in trading are so hard for any of us to handle. It doesn't matter if you are a good trader, have experience, or if you're new. Losses are very difficult in floating loss as well, are very difficult to handle, and that's why it kind of pulls on our emotions and it causes us to make drastic decisions. And honestly, I know from experience because of manual trading. And it's why I'm not a great manual trader is because I uh, I get very emotional, and it's something that I continue to work on. And I've mentioned to you guys before that I wanted to stop trading manually, and I feel like since I'm going down a coding route where I can program and create everything from scratch eventually, that I still should stick with it and try to improve upon my weaknesses when it comes to manual trading. Um, and so, yes, I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break from it, but I will constantly be still thinking about new strategies to bring to the table for myself and potentially for you as well. So, drawdown, losses. Uh, how do we deal with those? Well, it's about understanding what to potentially expect with the strategy. I've told you that over the last 20 years, this strategy can expect anywhere uh, from 10 to upwards of 60% drawdown. 60% being the highest that we hit in the 20-year period, and it was only hit once. It doesn't happen very often where we hit a higher drawdown like that. But if we know that it's potentially coming at some point, it will be much easier for us to handle down the road. In most cases, using this strategy, drawdown will be under 10%. And that's much easier to handle. If you have $1,000 account, you only have a drawdown of about $100. In most cases, that will be what's happening. But there will be times that we're in 20, 30, 40, maybe even 50% drawdown, and you'll be scared. You'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to lose my entire account." And if you stick with me, if you watch my video updates, we can get through that drawdown together. We can talk about it. We'll talk about what's different in this drawdown compared to the past. Is it going to stay within the bounds of the 20 years that we've tested this strategy? Um, and is it part of the personality of the pairs that we're trading? So the pound Canadian dollar, for example, we have 20 years of history. We've gained a personality of that pair over the last 20 years. And is the market going to stay within the confines of that personality that's happened over the last 20 years, or is it somehow going to evolve and break out of that? And if it evolves and breaks out of it, then that's something to maybe be a little bit concerned about. But so far, over the last 20 years, we've been able to control that with this expert advisor, with this strategy. And we hope that we'll be able to control it, or I'll be able to control it for the next 20 years to come. All right. So let's work with this together. And understanding what to expect will help us to gain a knowledge and more of a comfort for using this strategy on live accounts and maybe even potentially larger live accounts as well. All right. So later on this week, I'm going to be releasing the Fivers review, Fivers.com. It's a proprietary firm, a prop firm that allows you to trade their money instead of trading your money. And we're going to talk about how good that company is because I actually use them, so it will be a pretty extensive review. And if my strategy can be used with them, maybe we can, you know, gain an army of individuals that use my strategy and kind of all join the Fivers.com and get huge accounts to trade. That is something that's potentially possible, and I'll talk about that in the review. And so be looking for that later on this week. All right, everybody, good luck with the trading. Let's make some profit this week, and let's keep the signups coming. I'm gonna keep sending out my password. Eventually, I may make that password uh, just instantly will be in the presets, so you don't have to ask me. But I do like to hear from people. I want to count how many people are signing up, at least in the first like month of doing the website. So right now, I don't have enough uh, donations to even cover my website fee. My website fee is about $130 for the year, so I'm hoping to cover that at some point. I'm a little bit short, about well, roughly about 70 to $80 short at this point. So let's make some profit, and you guys will hear from me every week until I start my coding, and then it will be quiet for 3 months after August, about August 4th. So good luck to you. Let me know if you have any questions, and hopefully I can get back to you as soon as possible. See you later. Bye.